because we have a lane start means that these drivers will try trim. That boat, the number 7, the CT7. The white boat with the gray number 10, that's the Flying Eagle with Jonathan Abbott on board. And the number 11 right behind, well now right in front of him, the orange. Here they come toward the starting line. This is going to be the start of this heat. And it'll be John Shaw leading him across the starting line. John Shaw leads him across the line. He'll be the first starter, followed by the number 11. That's Steve Armstrong in the Total Chaos 1. The number 10, that is the CT10 out of Quebec, Canada, Jonathan Abbott in the Flying Eagle. And Brandon Kennedy in that bright red bow on the outside. He's charging up on the outside. He certainly has the boat speed to catch the rest of the field. Once again, not the kind of start we expect from these boats, but because it's early in the season, we'll see if they're just getting their timing down and figuring out the race course. Down the back straightaway, John Shaw is out front. Here comes Brandon Kennedy charging up for second place, though, on the number 11 boat. The number 11 boat is driven by Steve Armstrong, the Total Chaos. That's that orange and white boat, the fluorescent orange and white boat out there. Look at the battle for second place now as Brandon Kennedy in the Amsoil boat makes the dash around Steve Armstrong on the outside. Obviously Armstrong has the shorter distance around the course, and Brandon Kennedy makes short work of it in that bright red Amsoil boat. Now let's see if he's got enough time to chase down John Shaw, who is our leader in the 125, the My Shameless Mistake. John Shaw of Succossana, New Jersey, is our leader right now. Brandon Kennedy running in second, and Steve Armstrong in third. We run 4 laps on this mile and a quarter course. So once again, spread out coming around the left-hand turn, the far turn, which is turn 2 in our vernacular. It's John Shaw, and then gaining ground on him, although it looks like he's let up just a little bit, is Brandon Kennedy in the Amsoil boat. Although Brandon really putting the pedal to it coming around that turn, so he may have his sights set on John Shaw. It's going to take a really big dash to get there in order to catch John Shaw, but Brandon Kennedy certainly has the boat speed to be able to do that. Steve Armstrong in the number 11 now coming off the turn and down the front straightaway. Will cross the line in third at the end of this lap. Coming down the front straightaway right now is the 26 boat. That's the Dreamweaver with Kevin Smith on board. Then the number 10 and the number 7. The number 10 is the Flying Eagle, Jonathan Abbott, the driver. And the number 7 is Matthew Lenelin out of Valleyfield, Quebec in the Lucky 7. The white flag will come out. That'll tell these drivers that they have 1 lap left to go. The white flag is out. It'll be really hard for them to see it, I'm sure. But John Shaw is our leader after 3 laps. 1 lap to go for John Shaw, and Brandon Kennedy has closed that gap up somewhat in the second place boat. Let's see if Brandon tries to make a charge to get all the way down there. You can see these boats skipping across the top of the water. That is the hydroplane effect that we get when you put these boats really only 3 points of contact with the water, and we'll explain more about the hydroplane effect in just a few minutes. Down the back straightaway now are our leaders, John Shaw out of New Jersey and Brandon Kennedy out of Bear, Delaware, running 1 and 2. John Shaw, half a lap to go. But look at this, Brandon Kennedy closing it up, and Brandon Kennedy looks like he may have tightened up the race course just a little bit. John Shaw running wider than I would expect that boat to run, but he's got it out in about lane 2.5, and here comes Brandon Kennedy. Now Brandon Kennedy slides out, and he will stay on the outside. So your winner is going to be John Shaw in the 125, the My Shameless Mistake, followed by Brandon Kennedy in the number 1, the Amsoil boat. Shameless Say What is the name on the side of that boat, sponsored this weekend by Amsoil. Then you've got the other boat spread way down the back straightaway. They're coming across the midpoint with a half lap to go on the back straightaway. And it looks like the number 26, the Dreamweaver, with Kevin Smith on board, is right now running in third, but he's getting a challenge coming up from behind him for third place. Here comes the challenge, and I can't see through the rooster tail to figure out who that third place boat is. I believe so you got the 26 and the 11 battling for third place. 26 on the outside. That's the Dreamweaver with Kevin Smith on board. He's going to finish third. The 11 is slowing down, but he's going to make it to the finish line just ahead of the number 7. So fourth place to Steve Armstrong. Fifth place to the lucky 7, Mathieu Lemelin. And the number 10 creeping across. Obviously some things they need to get dialed in that. Jonathan Abbott in the number 10, the Flying Eagle. So those are the 1.5 liter stock hydroplanes. And that is